Hard work beat talents when talent doesn't try. Hard work beat talents when talent doesn't try. What does it mean? It means that only talent is not sufficient for getting the success in any mission. It's the hard work, sometimes even without talent, can succeed because they are trying with the basis of the practical situation. Even if some failure happens unexpectedly, the hard work team can adopt a new practice to avoid that mistake in further and to get the success in the next adventures. In the practical life, it happens so many for so many people. The great people who are in the expeditions of the different land, different country, and also who are in the trial of making something new. It was said that in Thomas Alva Edison's garden was the full of damaged set of the bulbs, and all those are evidence of his trial to invent ultimately the electric bulb. He succeeded because of his practice. And in our curricular activity, we never learn this. And that's why many of the talented students they got destroyed for the lack of the practical skills or effort or the sincerity. Once they got the degree, they become complacent. And on the basis of that degree, if they got any good salary job, their talent ceased to work further. They never try for something new. Instead, a common person who doesn't have the high-fi degrees but try his or her best, they can survive. They can invent many great things. Kalashnikov, AK-47 gun, it was not invented by any scientist or any engineer. It was the effort of a farmer guy in Russia. Ultimately, he invented it. Ultimately, he improved the technology of this AK-47. And now, the whole world is relying upon it. And based upon that AK-47s, they are developing. This is because of the practical effort of some persons. Kalashnikov. So, what do you think? How to minimize this gap of the talent, that means degree from the university or the college, and the practical success? We can mitigate to some extent by imparting this practical knowledge in the school itself. How to lead a life hacks. And with this workshop in the school or some educational institute can help us to change our mentality and to prepare us to make ready for the confrontations with any obstacle which might come in our ways. And with this learning, we can get the benefit, we can reap the benefit out of it. In our time in the schools, there were one subject work educations. It was meant for to get some extra income or the passive income or some whole soul income if we do not get the proper job. What teacher at that time told us. But that also become very formal kind of the thing. I think not even the 1% of the student used to study that project of the work educations sincerely. And what happens? In order to pass that subject with a very good mark, they used to manage by somebody else, by their seniors, or by some professionals. But in my life, I tried my best to learn all those things. For example, making chalk, making candle, bookbinding, and making the statues of the plaster of Paris. I learnt it, I tested it, and after few failures, after initial hiccups, I got success, at least at the minimal level. So that is my own satisfactions. So what I feel from my own life hacks, that nobody is perfect, nothing is perfect, only your intention, your sincerity and your effort that matter. And once you are very much sincere and you are ready in your mentality to face, to confront any obstacles what might comes in your way, you think that you have won half the mark already. And next is continuations, never give up attitude. And all these things we can get from the curricular activity in the schools itself. So if it is if it is sincerely taken in the syllabus, the life hacks, which is very much necessary. At certain point of the times, your degrees doesn't matter. Only what matters that your attitude and your leadership skills. The person who has that leadership skills, despite not having the great degree from the big colleges, they can succeed, they can flourish, and even they can make it easy their uphill battles. And those people who are quite determined to get success in their future, and they, instead of wild goose chase, they take the bull by the horns and they can ride high. So this is all about what we should be taught in our school curricular activity for our betterment and for our success. That's all. Thank you.